Hi, everybody. I am Victoria Lomas. I am the 9th and 10th college advisor at Sinton High School. Today, we wanted just to go ahead and talk to you guys about a resource that I think many of you guys have heard about several times. If not from us, then of course your teachers and different staff over there at the high schools, but it's Big Future. And we want to just go ahead and sit down with you, show you a little bit about some resources that are on Big Future that can hopefully help you later on.
Hey guys, it's Evan. I'm the 9th and 10th grade advisor at Mathis. The first thing I want to let you guys know is that Big Future is a huge website. True to its name, it has a ton of information, a ton of resources. So I'm just going to kind of break down overall goals for us with this website. You can't use every single facet of it, but just in general, we want y'all to be able to learn about the tool. It's very helpful. You can connect majors to schools, schools to careers. And Victoria's going to help you guys understand that a little better a little later on. We want you to be able to just browse through careers, college majors you might be interested in. It's the perfect tool to do that on, and it connects them very easily. It's fantastic for that. And last but not least, and this is the most important part, especially if a 9th or 10th grader is watching this early, you can save your ongoing list of colleges. You could save the majors you're thinking about and the schools. It's perfect. You can save an entire plan, and then that way, when you forget about it and you're an 11th grader, you can come back and see exactly what you had planned out for yourself. So let's talk about some no's and some do's. We want you guys to know and understand the difference between a college major and a career path. We'll get right into that in a minute. We want you to know how to use your resources and explore your interests. That's obvious. That's the point of Big Future. And we want you to know that we're always here to help you. If any of this is confusing, do not be overwhelmed. We're right here. It might be a little bit overwhelming at first, but we're right there beside you. Do check out our previous videos because we cover a lot of these topics and just how to use different tools and how to think about your future plans in our other YouTube videos. And we do want you to just explore the website for yourself because Big Future is huge and we can't explain all the different things you can do with the tool in one sitting. We don't want to, it'd be really boring for you. But if you just click around the website yourself, you're gonna find a lot of really interesting stuff and you'll figure out how to use it better than we do even. And last but not least, contact us if anything doesn't make sense. That's what we're here for.
So as Evan was saying, please go ahead and check out our previous videos. So if there's anyone that is watching this that has no idea what they want to go ahead and do, has no idea of what type of career they want to go ahead and explore first, we want to go ahead and just let you know, hey, check out our Road Trip Nation videos. It will go ahead and link any interests that you might have. So if you're interested in maybe say art and music, and you want to find careers that do go into art and music, or if you're interested in engineering and film or anything like that, it'll show you different careers that do maybe have that interest in common or something of that sort. But it'll go ahead and show you different careers, and from there, hopefully you can go ahead and apply one or more careers that maybe you're interested in, and you can come back and check out to see how this resource can help you in exploring the different careers that you maybe have aligned already. So stating the obvious, we often hear a lot of the time, hey, well, why do I need to start thinking about careers right now? I'm in 9th grade, I'm in 10th grade, things are always going to change or this and that, So we want to first let you know, yes, we understand that you guys are young. We understand that you guys will probably change your mind several times. We want to make sure that you are knowledgeable and that we're helping you to apply different things. So maybe say right now you want to go ahead into becoming a vet, but maybe by next year you want to go ahead and becoming a teacher. We want to at least show you guys the different resources. We want to also let you know that time flies by in high school, that before you even know it, you'll be a senior. So we want to make sure that we're giving you as much information as we can, that we're helping you along the way. So that way, by the time you enter into your senior year, you at least have some sort of foundation, some sort of structure to go ahead and help yourself before you graduate high school. And of course, we also want to let you know that we are here to help you, and we know that you can do this. We know that this has been a very crazy time, but we're here to help you along the way. So now going to majors. A major is basically a specific subject that you want to specialize in, that you want to learn more about, so that way maybe you can turn that into a career. So for example, maybe it can be something simple of, wanting to become an English teacher. So you're going to go ahead and major in English and then maybe minor in education. Maybe you want to go ahead and go into speech language pathology. And so you go into majoring into communication science and disorders. So that way, you can go ahead and do speech therapy with students. It's all depending on what is it that is your ultimate career goal. So that way, hopefully you are doing something with a major or going to college with a specific major in mind that will align with that career goal. Now going into career paths. So a major is different from a career path. For example, maybe you are currently a firefighter. I don't think we have any students that are currently firefighters, but this is just an example. Maybe, by the time you graduate, I don't know. Let's say you're a firefighter. Use your imagination. Then maybe you're like, hey, well, I want to go ahead and get my certification to become an EMT. I want to become a paramedic. And maybe in 2 more years, you get another certification, or you finish off your degree and you become a nurse, a registered nurse. And then from there, you decide, hey, well, I'm going to go ahead and get my master's to become a nurse practitioner. It's just all these different small jobs or small skills that you're learning along the way that will lead to an ultimate goal at the end. Or even if you want to put it like this, right now you're a student, but in maybe a year, by the time you graduate high school, maybe you'll be a college student, or maybe you're going to be going to trade school. We'll see, depending on what you decide to do in the end. But you decide to go to a trade school, and then from there you decide to go into welding or something of that sort. But it's a plan, it's a path that you are creating that are already aligning all these small skills to go ahead and reach your ultimate goal. I hope you like my Bitmojis.
Okay, so this is really related to your career path, but let's think about where you started. So that starts with exploring your interests. So the first and most obvious place you're going to explore your interests would be at school. You may not like some of your classes, but surely there's been at least one class or one elective that's been pretty interesting to you, and you could maybe see yourself studying in the future. That's where exploring your interests early on can really help. If you get an elective, like let's say welding, that really interests you, then you can think about trying to get an apprenticeship when you graduate. Extracurriculars, these are obvious. You normally opt into these. Clubs, sports, these things can carry through to college. You could maybe get a sports scholarship in the future, right? And last but not least, you may not think of this one, but you can talk to your teachers about what they did before they were a teacher, or maybe just about teaching if you're interested in that. And a lot of times you'll learn what kind of school they needed to go through to get where they were, and how much they liked it and what it felt like to them. And this is a great way to start exploring your interests too. Outside of school, this is normally stuff you choose to do. Sometimes as part of organizations like church, you're going to volunteer. This is a great way to find things you're interested in. Maybe if you discover you just really like helping people, you could work at a nonprofit in the future. And that's something that's great to know early on. Explore your hobbies. Let's say you have a PC and you work on that and you replace the parts to your computer. That could eventually transition into a really bougie IT job that pays big money. So these are the kind of things that you should actually keep up with and keep in your mind when you're looking around on big future. Any new skills you learn, I know you guys watch YouTube videos on how to do stuff sometimes. Those are new skills you've learned. Maybe that could connect to a career path. And if you're lucky enough to get an internship, of course, a position at a company, unpaid even, is going to teach you a lot about what you're interested in, right? And then last but not least, the tools we're talking about right now. You can explore your interests virtually. It's totally possible. A lot of people do it that way. College Board and Big Future is a great tool to do that on. That's why we're showing you it today. And even Road Trip Nation, which hopefully you guys have taken a look at already in a class or two or with us. But this is a fantastic tool to start exploring your interests early.
So now we want to go ahead and introduce you guys to the Big Future website. So we want to go ahead and put into your browser www.bigfuture.org. It will go ahead and lead you to this website. So this should be the homepage that you instantly see. Next, we want you to go ahead and click on Explore Careers. From there, it'll drop down all these different lists. And the one that we want you to go ahead and click on is Major and Career Search, right here at the bottom. Once you go ahead and click on that, it'll bring up this page. And so what we really like about this page is that it separates majors from careers. So first, we want to go ahead and just show you what careers will look like. So if we go ahead and click on Public Social Services, it'll bring down to this right here. And maybe we're going to go ahead and click on Protective Services. So right here. And from there, we want to go ahead and click on Police Officer. Okay, the reason why we wanted to go ahead and choose police officer is because we feel like it's a very, it's a job that basically everybody knows about. It's not where like, oh, it's this, I don't know, computer science. I'm still learning a lot about computer science, y'all. So it's a whole brand new area from computer science. But we wanted to go ahead and show you guys police officers. And so if you're interested in becoming a police officer or maybe something in that area, this will be a great way to go ahead and just look into more about the career. So once you're a police officer, you have to be ready to patrol streets, that you have to be ready to write reports, to enforce different traffic laws. It also helps, it lets you know here that it also helps that if you are a compassionate person towards others, or if you're able to make sound judgments there at a specific, you know, emergency or whatever the case is, if you're there at work. And then what I also really like about this website is that it lets you know how to make high school count. So it's telling you here, hey, if you are able to take a psychology class, take a psychology class. Another thing we did want to go ahead and highlight about the career page is that it does let you know about different education. So here, and remember you guys, this does depend per state, per county, per city that you are deciding to work on or work at. So some of them might just ask for an associate's degree and then you attend the police academy. Others might ask you for a bachelor's degree and then you attend the police academy. But it does let you know the different type of education that they ask for when you are wanting to become a police officer. Another thing is like, okay, well, you know, I'm going to go for my bachelor's, but what can I major in order to become a police officer? It lets you know right here. You can major in Homeland Security, you can major in sociology, and of course, many of you guys know that you can also major in criminal justice. But maybe you weren't so interested in becoming a police officer, but maybe you want to work somewhere in that area of criminal justice, or work along something where maybe these people are often involved with police officers. So say, for example, you want to become a correctional officer, or you want to be an EMT or be a paramedic or a firefighter in the future. It does highlight related careers. And so if, say, you are interested in checking out a different career, you can instantly click on it there and it'll take you to the career page rather than having to go back and find the career or going into the search bar. So this is available for you, and we just wanted to go ahead and highlight, you know, these different sections that are on the career website.
And did you guys see the related majors tab over there? Everything comes full circle on this website, so you can start at any point and end up coming in a circle and looking at, let's say, a major. So here we have just a list of general categories of majors. We're going to go ahead and click on health and medicine over there on the left. This is going to open up a list of all the different health and medicine related majors that they could think of. And there's probably a ton of stuff here we've never heard of. I know I haven't heard of half of it, but let's go ahead and click on PreMed. So PreMed is just what it sounds like. If you're trying to go to medical school after your bachelor's degree, then you would maybe study PreMed. It's a major that prepares you for your future education. So that's why if you look over on the right, it says degree type. it guides you and prepares you, but this isn't a degree all by itself. You know, you can work with this, but it's a degree that leads you to something greater. So this is something that you would definitely want to read about while you're deciding what major you would want to study. I won't read you the whole paragraph over on the left, but it does have that same "Are you ready to" tab that really lets you know what's going to be asked of you outside of your classes, you know, and what you're going to have to be prepared to do if you're going to choose this major. In addition, if you want to know which schools you could go to study pre-med, there's a list right there. Just click Find Out Now, and it'll pull you up into the search tool, which we'll show you in just a minute. Helpful high school courses. This is super relevant for you guys, especially the 9th and 10th graders. You can start thinking about what kind of classes you might want to ask your counselor if you can put on your schedule for future years of high school. It's okay. Not every school has AP Calculus AB. You know, that's perfectly fine. You don't need to take this exact class, but at least you know what kind of classes to be looking for and what will be helpful for your future degree if this is what you decide to do.
So you guys, as Evan went ahead and said that, you know, if you click on Find Out Now, it'll show you all these different schools. It'll filter out all the schools that do offer pre-med and show you them all over the United States to even sometimes even out of the United States. But we don't want to go ahead and open a can of worms by showing you all these different things, but we do want to let you know that our other college advisors, Mr. Schwaus or Mr. S, as well as Aaron, have gone ahead and made a video for you guys to check out and see how to go ahead and filter out and look for different schools using Big Future. So if you do have any questions, please go ahead and look for Match Fit and Big Future. They're on our YouTube page, or type it into, of course, YouTube. And it is there to go ahead and help you start searching for schools.
Here are our faces. There's Miss Erin on the left. She's the 11th and 12th grade advisor at Mathis. And as I said before, I'm the 9th and 10th. If you guys need to get in contact with us, our emails are right there. You should also be receiving text from us if you're a Mathis student. So you can just always respond right to those. You can give us a call if you know our Google Voice number, which we're going to have listed on our social media platforms.
And if you have any questions, of course, you always know that Mr. Schwausch and I are there to help you. We are the Sinton College advisors. Of course, I'm to 9th and 10th, and Mr. Schwausch is to 11th and 12th, but you can always get a hold of us through email, text, anywhere else, Google Voice. And we do try to respond back to you as soon as possible. And if you have not already added us on our social media accounts, please do. If you are on Facebook, add us on Facebook. If you are not on Facebook, but your parents are, please tell them to add us on Facebook. We do have Instagram for both different schools. We also have a Twitter, and of course, our beautiful YouTube channel, which we hope that you're watching on our YouTube channel right now.
And of course, last but not least, slap that like and subscribe button, ring that bell so you don't miss a single upload. Yeah, I'm just kidding. This is an educational channel, but we would love it if you guys did subscribe so you could see all of our new videos. And thank you so much for coming. And if you made it all the way here, you know, feel free to leave a comment if you have any questions, and feel free to reach out to us if you need anything.